You asked, we answered. We did a poll on Facebook asking couples what are the things that they regretted the most after their wedding day, and we have about 27 to 30 different reasons what people regretted. So stick around and watch this video because you want to make sure that either you dodge the bullet or you make sure this does not happen. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jessica Valenzuela and I am a wedding and events planner here in Los Angeles, California. I'm here on YouTube to let you know the good, bad, and ugly of all things wedding planning, and in today's video we're going to be talking about wedding regrets. Okay, we did a poll on Facebook and asked couples what are the things that they regret, and here are the top 30-ish, a little bit under 30 things that couples regretted after their wedding. This next one is, I really wish I added something fun for my guests to enjoy. I would say if that's a photo booth or some kind of experience for your guests, that's probably why they regret it. But what is the total reason for regretting it? Is it because there wasn't enough money in the budget? Or was it because you felt like people were just not vibing well, like in the wedding? And did that have to do a lot with the type of music that was playing at the wedding? Or, you know, maybe there was a lull within the wedding that people were waiting too long for something. So definitely, again, look at the timeline, and if it fits within your budget to add in a photo booth or some kind of experience for your guest, then I would say go for it. But if there isn't enough money, then definitely look at the timeline to make sure that there isn't those gaps where people will be waiting and having a lull. You always do want them to be entertained in some way or form. This one is, I really wish that I had worn comfortable shoes instead of flashy shoes. I would say, you know, usually a lot of my couples will have flashy shoes for the ceremony, and then when it comes to the reception and you're dancing the night away, that you turn it into having more comfortable shoes. You definitely can have more comfortable shoes, especially if you don't see them and your dress is long, then totally change your shoes. You can also, like, if you're doing like a dress change or something like that, or you're changing your attire in some shape or form, then you have like another pair of shoes that you're using. A good way to prevent blisters and everything is having band-aids and certain insoles, blister band-aids that cover blisters a certain way. Like, those ones are always my go-to in my emergency kit. I love having certain insoles. If you have an outdoor ceremony, then definitely having heel stoppers, those help so much. But to have comfortable shoes, I think it just really depends. A lot of couples really wish that they had more comfortable shoe options. There are so many cute shoe options out there, so the possibilities are endless when it comes to that. But don't spend too much money on the shoes if you can't afford it. There are so many good shoes out there that you can find on Amazon, you can find at like Marshalls or Ross. Mainly Marshalls is my go-to to find great shoes, or even like a Nordstrom rack or Neiman Marcus. I think it's not Neiman Marcus rack, but anyways, there are good options there. So not only having to play full price on things, a lot of couples like to get really flashy shoes and have more high-end shoes for the ceremony. Definitely take those detailed shots for photos before you trying on those shoes on the day of, so you have those detailed getting ready shot moments if they matter to you. But I would say if you want to wear comfortable shoes, totally do it. Who's stopping you? This one that couples regret is having cake and that they wish they had a dessert table. And 80% of the time, 90% of the time, guests don't eat the cake. They're way too busy having so much fun on the dance floor. The cake gets really soggy and old by that time that they realize cake was even put out or whatever. If you really want to have cake, I would suggest having the DJ or MC announce, hey, cake is on the table if you'd like some. Grab some before it gets taken away. Or just having a dessert table. If you have a dessert table, like, guests can come and pick those like mini bites of whatever it is whenever they want. And it's more of a hit that I see of having dessert tables guest wise versus having these pre-cut cakes. If you want the cake shot, you can definitely do a faux cake. That would help a lot on cost. this is more going into the end of the votes, so I would say a few people regret and wish that they spent more money on a live band than DJ, and I would say that that has to be depending on budget. Live bands cost a lot of money, way more than they cost for DJs sometimes, and especially how many people in that piece band that you have. So if someone's regretting having a live band or like having a DJ and they wish they had a live band, it's probably because of like cost. And if it's not something that's associated with cost, then maybe it's because they just really didn't enjoy the DJ that they hired and they wish that they had a live band. Keep in mind that anytime you have a live band, they're not playing the full time. They actually have in their contract like maybe playing every 45 minutes, and then for 15 minutes they would have a break. So within those 15 minutes, who's going to play music? Is it just going to be like a dead silent zone? You don't want that. You would want to have a DJ to play within those 15 minutes while the band takes a break, or you would have a Spotify playlist going, which depends on the band and if they've done that before, because sometimes you'd be like, oh yeah, I just have a Spotify playlist going. Oftentimes it's not a good idea because you definitely want someone controlling that music. Sometimes you can have ads pop up, sometimes you can have really raunchy music that you didn't intend, and then the Wi-Fi goes out. There's so many things that could happen, so definitely that's probably the reason why there's regret on not having a live band. This one is, I wish I didn't spend so much money on my invitations and stationery. I would say that for photo reasons, if you do care about the photos of that, you can buy one invitation that's elaborate and it's just gorgeous and it's something that you guys can remember. And then sending invitations to your guests, like if you don't have, like if you're on a strict budget for it, then you can definitely get invitations at Costco or Sam's Club. They're really, really cheap. You can get it at Minted or just something like that. And to just have a paper card. You can also not even have cards at all, and you can send them like a website that they can go to. So that also really helps postage wise. So if there's not a lot of money in the budget to be able to have stationery, there's more things that come to stationery than you realize. It's not just the invitations and postage. Like it's also a welcome sign, it's also a seating chart, and sometimes guests sign in book sign, memorial sign if you're remembering loved ones. The list goes on and on when it comes to stationery. So if it's not within your budget, by all means definitely like go ahead and get a more cheaper option for stationery or a website and have a really, really elaborate, spend good money on one invitation that you can use for photos, because in the end people are going to throw those away or it's just going to be stuck on their fridge for how long, and they're not going to remember what your like invites looked like. If they're basic, like if they're really, really extra, they're going to remember it. But if it's not within your budget, then you know, definitely have like an amazing invitation, a part of your wedding album, because those are memories that you're going to remember. Another one is, I wish I didn't spend so much money on the favors. Favors are dying out. A lot of people don't care about favors anymore. You can replace those with guest experiences, so having some kind of good experience with it. A lot of times people just use photo booths, and those pictures that they get, actual physical pictures, can be represented as something that they can remember the wedding by. But favors are hard. Are you going to have favors that are like something they can eat? Are they favors that they can just have as a keepsake? Nowadays a lot of people really are minimalistic and they don't like clutter, so is it something that they can utilize again and again and again and repurpose? So there's a lot of things that play into favors and they can get really costly. I'd say you can use the dessert station as their favor as well. Some people even use a candy station and then people can take that home. But it's all up to you on what you like, but I do see a lot of couples regretting favors. The last regret is, I really wish I didn't marry that person. That is a totally personal thing. I can't even get into that. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up, like, heart, all of the things, and I will see you guys at the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!